Welcome to today's lesson on biomass transfer. In this lesson, we will gain a deeper understanding of how energy flows through ecosystems and why there is a reduction in available biomass as we move up the trophic levels. So far, you have built a solid foundation by learning about pyramids of biomass. You understand that these pyramids visually represent the mass of living material in each trophic level. This prior knowledge is crucial as it sets the stage for today's discussions on how and why biomass diminishes as we move up the food chain. Understanding this helps explain the limitations on the number of trophic levels in an ecosystem, influences on species population sizes, and the overall energy efficiency of biological systems. This insight is essential for understanding larger ecological patterns and the sustainability of ecosystems. Let's get started. Let's start with a quick recap of pyramids of biomass. Pyramids of biomass are graphical representations that show the relative amount of biomass at each trophic level in a food chain. Unlike pyramids of numbers, which simply count the number of organisms, pyramids of biomass show the total mass of living or recently dead organic material present at each level. A key characteristic of pyramids of biomass is that they are pyramid-shaped. This shape shows that biomass decreases at each successive trophic level. As biomass is transferred from one trophic level to the next, a significant portion is lost. Here are the main reasons for this loss. Firstly, inedible parts. Not all parts of an organism can be eaten. For example, animals may leave behind bones, and herbivores may avoid tough plant stems. Secondly, incomplete digestion. Even when parts of an organism are consumed, not all of it is fully digested and absorbed. Some material passes through the digestive system and is excreted as feces. Thirdly, waste production. Organisms use substantial amounts of biomass for respiration, movement, and generating heat. This biomass is converted into waste products like carbon dioxide, water, and urea, which are not available to the next trophic level. On average, only about 10% of the biomass from one trophic level is transferred to the next. For instance, if a field of grass contains 100 kilograms of biomass, approximately 10 kilograms might get transferred to the herbivores that consume the grass. Now let's go through an example of calculating the efficiency of energy transfer. For example, if green flies have 43 kilograms of biomass, and ladybirds that consume these green flies have 4.2 kilograms of biomass, calculate the efficiency of transfer. To calculate the efficiency of biomass transfer, you can use the following formula. Efficiency equals biomass transferred to the next level divided by biomass available at the previous level, multiplied by 100. Firstly, calculate the biomass lost. This would be 43 kilograms, the green flies, minus 4.2 kilograms, the ladybirds, equaling 38.8 kilograms. Then calculate the efficiency of transfer. Using the stated formula, this is 4.2 kilograms divided by 43 kilograms, multiplied by 100. Which gives us 9.77%. Pyramids of biomass are essential tools for ecologists. They demonstrate energy flow by showing the reduction of biomass and energy as it flows from producers to apex predators. They also highlight ecological efficiency by helping to quantify the efficiency of biomass transfer between trophic levels. Finally, they aid in conservation efforts. When designing conservation strategies, understanding biomass pyramids helps in targeting the right layers of the ecosystem for intervention. Let's work through some questions to practice applying our knowledge about pyramids of biomass and biomass loss between trophic levels. Question 1. If a producer in an ecosystem has a biomass of 4,000 grams and it is consumed by primary consumers that retain 10% of this biomass, what is the biomass of the primary consumers? Begin by recognizing the key percentage. The primary consumers retain 10% of the producer's biomass. Then calculate 10% of 4,000 grams. This is 0.1 multiplied by 4,000, which is 400 grams. In conclusion, the biomass of the primary consumers is 400 grams. This step-by-step calculation reflects how biomass is significantly reduced as it moves up the trophic levels. In today's lesson, we explored the concept of pyramids of biomass and how biomass is transferred and lost between different trophic levels in an ecosystem. We started by recapping pyramids of biomass as graphical representations that show the relative amount of living organic matter at each trophic level in an ecosystem. Next, we explored the reasons why biomass decreases at each successive trophic level. Primary producers convert sunlight into energy via photosynthesis, but not all of this energy is stored as biomass because plants use some of it for their own metabolic processes. When primary consumers, such as herbivores, eat plants, they assimilate only a portion of the plant biomass. Much of the consumed plant material is lost as waste or used for the consumer's metabolic energy needs, like respiration, movement, and reproduction. We continued by explaining that secondary consumers, such as carnivores and higher-level consumers, experience similar losses of biomass. As organisms are consumed, energy and biomass are lost primarily through respiration, excretion, and incomplete digestion. This results in less biomass being available to higher trophic levels, which explains why pyramids of biomass typically taper sharply as you move upwards. We then looked at how to calculate the efficiency of biomass transfer with a worked example. Throughout the lesson, we emphasized the importance of understanding these concepts for the broader study of ecology, including energy flow in ecosystems, population dynamics, and the efficiency of energy transfer between trophic levels. By grasping these principles, students can better appreciate the complex interactions that sustain ecosystems and the factors influencing the distribution of organisms within them.
Watch the rest of the GCSE biology course at Sophos Education.